Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Haft here. I'm at Fort Wilkins. Douglas Houghton, Michigan's first state geologist, conducted a systematic geological survey of Michigan and the Upper Peninsula from 1837 to 1845 in the area around Copper Harbor, once mined by indigenous people. Houghton sampled veins of copper. His 1841 report made deposits known to American citizens and entrepreneurs. Region opened after area Ojibwa ceded the land to the United States under the 1842 Treaty of La Pointe. In 1843, the Michigan copper rush began. Potential conflict between the Ojibwa and copper mines and plans to enforce the total removal of Ojibwa led to the federal government to build a fort to help the miners and stuff. It's interesting story with the Indians and that. These are some of the buildings and stuff. That's what they look like inside. Oh, I see that. Yeah. Good talking about the copper mines right there. Fort Wilkins. Copper Harbor Lighthouse. I'm going to try to see that. There's Fort Wilkins today. That's right where we are. We come in the business center. There's quite a bit in the back. So, you can see how you can see the logs. Look at the size of this fireplace. I get this thing hot, and just the stone will just radiate through the whole room. It's kind of cool. So we're going to work our way through here. There's a beautiful, I don't know if that's part of Lake Superior or if that's like a bay or something in there. It's kind of interesting when they talk about chinking. That's this here. That's where they seal the cabin up with that. Used to do their laundry in there. They got water in there. You need to wash your clothes. This is a place to go. This is how they lived back in the old days. It's kind of interesting is that steam picture on the wall. You know, different stuff that people needed for cooking utensils. The old way with like fire and that. There's like an old fence. It looks like that has been up there for a long time. Whoa. This must be where they, oh, okay, they got the brick oven in here. And they got all these soldiers and stuff here. They got to bake a lot of bread. So these are trays they have. Awesome. That's the way they did it, folks. But they had all these people here. There's another old cabin and stuff down here. Oh, that looks like their blacksmith shop. Yeah, it does. Look at that old vise down there, and they got the tongs and stuff. And oh, I see. This is where they burnt it. That was their forge. It was huge. Look at the beams and stuff in here that hold this up, and the bricks and that. That's original. There's a young lady hard at work.
I suppose so.
Thank you. Do you know what body of water this is here?
Lake Fanny Ho. Lake Fanny Ho.
That is Lake Fanny Ho. That's H-O-E.
Yes.
The last place the guy was talking to down the road, it was the same lake.
Yeah. Yep.
Down by that park down there.
Yep. 3 miles long.
I thought that was actually the fort at first, you know, because they had the sign right before it for the fort.
Sure.
So all right, folks, let's take a look at Lake Fanny Ho. A lot of real estate here on this lake. Okay, let's take a look across. Look at how high the mountains in the background are. They call them the Huron Mountains, folks. And these ducks down here, they couldn't have it any better. They love it. Yeah. Okay, there's a flag. Oh, that's a big one. And we got a cannon here. I don't know if this is a replica or a real one. Sure, but it's well built. And it's got the pinto hook on it so you can haul around. All right, these are some of the other buildings that they have. Got the original wooden shingles on there. All right, let's see what's going on in this room. Uh-oh. It's the barracks squad room. They got the rifles. They got them lined up. They got them numbered, folks. They're playing checkers in here. They're waiting for battle. They got the uniforms in back. Look at the the bugler the insignias on there. And there's a cot, folks. How'd you like to sleep on that? I thought it's bad in the tent. Well, the temps are just, you know what I mean, irritating. Probably worst thing is you got to go to the bathroom in the tent. And you got to crawl out of there if you've been drinking beer or whatever. And it's like, do I really have to? Oh, they got a lot of buildings here. That's interesting. Gone for a soldier. Buddy. There's a guard. They got some equipment for shipbuilding and stuff, folks. You had to learn how to do it all. Inspection of arms, right shoulder arms. There are some old snowshoes. You can see the the hand-hewn boards and stuff. Excuse me, folks, I'm getting a little dry. There's some ice skates. Look how sharp those are, folks. You couldn't cut bread with those. Most unpleasant. Yeah, drinking, gambling. Yeah, that's what they did. Those men were terrible people. It says no smoking. Okay. Won't do that. Oh, she's taking her dog in with her. All right. This looks like original flooring here. Outbreak. These were the pre-COVID strikes. That's kind of a smaller looking wood burner, but it's made out of cast iron. Oh, here's some of those wonderful tools that they used. Those doctors at the time, there's the saw for amputations. God. This is storeroom. They got the prescriptions in there, the drugs. Well, let's take a look out here once. Yeah, this is original. Look at that fireplace. It's just like that other one that's huge with the, it needs to be tuck pointed on the inside. They got the boxes here. Is that what they had the dynamite in? Oh, there's like a little hatch you can go up on there. I wonder what's up there. That's an old handmade rack. Nowadays, I want to see someone do that instead of going buying one at Walmart or made in China. This is for Colonel Brush Sutler, the 5th U.S. Infantry. And this was his store. Selling stuff he got from the government. No, it started at an early age, folks. No, that was meant to be a joke. Some people it might not be. Okay, we got Newark cedar vinegar and St. Croix molasses. And these are sausages up here, folks. I guess they eat them from time to time. There's potatoes in here. They got new shovels back in there. And look at those nice pans and stuff for cooking. New brooms. And imagine buying a barrel of soda crackers. Well, I could see apples though. They're good. You can eat them all the time. They got spares here, folks. Those are interesting lanterns up there. Those right there. They got peanuts in there. Oats, nut, corn. That's their storehouse, folks. Stuff might be a little old though. They still have that fence going all the way around, and that's an interesting one. They painted over all them old. Well, it's gonna protect them, I guess. It's like you paint. And what does this say? It says ice house. Okay. I find an ice house here in good condition and shell it for the winter. Okay. They got the ice saws. That's how they saw it, and then soldiers push ice blocks across the ice because they'll, both slippery. Both sides are. And then the ice house was already in poor condition in 1889. Between 39 and 42 work crews. Okay. They worked on it, and they did. That's still a long time ago. Look on top. They actually have a lockup on there too. You want to know when you get to that ice? That's how they did it years ago. I mean, this thing was insulated, thick with those, the boards. Nowadays they build it with 2x4, and they use this cheap plywood, stuff like that. It's called Blandex. All right, we're working our way through the grounds here. You can see this is a fort, but it wasn't an enormous garrison, folks. It's the point though. They were here to protect. Hey, there those guys are from Romania.
Hello.
I got to get you on film.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of the fort?
Well, I love it. It's not my first time coming up here, but this guy, it's his first time.
Really nice.
And I really love history. So, it's really nice to come from another continent because, our museums look completely different from this one.
Yeah, it's not the best place to pick up girls.
I may know that, but,
Bring some beer with you.
we already did. Yeah, so, that's how it goes. I was explaining to him, like, everything, how the people would behave in this period.
So how do you like it here in the States?
It's good. We are. Have you ever heard about the J1 program?
Yeah, it's like a work visa, right?
Yeah, it's a work visa for students during the summertime, and it's my 4th summer, but 3rd summer up here. 1 year.
You still haven't found a local lady to take care of you, to put you up.
You need to take care of yourself. That's how it goes.
Yeah, it's all interesting. So what do you think of Romania? I mean, United States.
Yeah, it's really nice there.
Everybody treating you nice. You're making the big coin.
Yeah.
So let me guess, you're a waiter and you're a cook, right?
No.
Same, we different way. I'm the waiter. He's a cook.
I'm a cook.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you kind of got that suave thing going on.
Yeah.
All the girls like their foreign accents. They ever tell you that?
Yeah, I did. They did tell me that when I was in New Jersey, because
is that the big girls or the little ones?
Both of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're saying that your player status has moved up since you've been here?
Not really. Here, no. In New Jersey, yeah.
$11 to come and look at all this stuff. It's kind of like a museum. I think that's a little high.
Yeah, we got the same thing in Romania, you know, for like the same period of time. But over there, they would build cases out.
Everything's
of
a
mud.
lot older in Romania, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you got houses.
They last forever. They're made out of stone and brick and that, right?
Yeah.
They don't
well,
make them out of like
I
we
mean,
use
you know,
cardboard and stuff
The
now.
royalties used to build it with brick and whatever, but the regular people would make them out of clay.
Oh, the houses?
The houses, and they would hold.
Were they
for at
that?
least
Were they
100
real brittle then too?
Yeah, yeah,
You could take a hammer and like whole wall go down.
yeah. So
Because clay is brittle, right?
here there is a lot more wood, and in Romania, I know it's not as big as America. You know?
Oh, they use the clay for like a siding, right?
Yeah, no,
it's not actually for
everything was made out of clay. The whole house.
The whole house,
The
everything.
whole house, even the roof.
Wow.
The whole house, even the roof, and they would make like with cum îi zice la lemn? Wood.
They were like craftsmen, though, right?
Yeah. Well, they were skilled. I mean, you have to do it. There was no other way to have a house. You know, you would take the clay. They would either make bricks out of the clay, you know, with like wooden
Like a form?
things, you know, or they would make it all out of clay. You know, they would build like a giant wall.
Okay.
I mean, giant. Like
Oh, I know,
this
just
you
curious
know,
because
don't think
know,
about the skyscraper.
clay doesn't seem the structural integrity, you know, that you'd have if you had concrete or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But if that's what you got, you use it. It comes
But
out.
it's really different.
And most
from
of the
here.
stuff too is interesting. If you look at for building homes, come out of the ground
Yeah.
from your cement. All that's to make cement,
Yeah, you need
and sand, and and the mixture of the sand. But you get the trees come out of the ground. Come out of. So
Do you know that there is a sand mafia in this world?
a sand mafia?
Yeah. Search it on YouTube. You'll be surprised by how many people die for the sake of sand. Just to keep
Sand?
the prices high.
The sand mafia.
Sand mafia. Yeah. Search it on YouTube.
So over my head, I live in this little town of Beaver Dam, and we don't have any sand.
I mean, yeah, but where they have,
Oh.
because you cannot make cement out of every type of sand. You need to have a specific.
So are
one.
you a conspiracy theorist?
No.
No?
No, just search it.
Oh,
It's not hidden. It's not hidden information.
There's a nice breeze here, though, huh?
Yeah.
It is. All right, it's great talking to you guys.
See you.
I gave you one of my cars, right?
Yeah.
You guys are going to be famous now.